Hi, my name is Robbie Tulip, and in this talk, I'm going to explain some scientific information about the astronomy of the North Pole and also provide some explanation, interpretation of how this astronomy may have found its way into some famous images in the Bible. So I'll share a screen. And what we see here is the North Pole. And Ursa Minor is the Little Dipper, Ursa Major, the Big Dipper. This point here is the North Celestial Pole. And that's the spot in the sky immediately above the North Pole on the Earth. And as you can see from our time screen over here, that's the situation right now on the 3rd of October 2020. And another point that I want to draw your attention to is down here in the constellation of Draco. It's called the North Ecliptic Pole. And what that point is, that's the North Pole of the Sun. And what I'm going to explain is how the North Celestial Pole rotates around the North Ecliptic Pole every 26,000 years, nearly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change our frame of reference. Here we've got the geocentric frame of reference with the North Celestial Pole as our celestial grid. And in this wonderful astronomy program called Stargazer 4.5, I can change the display to change the coordinate grid. At the moment, we've got this, it's called an equatorial grid, which means the equator of the Earth and the North Pole of the Earth. I'm going to change it to the ecliptic grid, and then I'll delete the grid. I'll delete the equatorial grid. Now, okay, now here we've got the North Celestial Pole at the tail of the Little Dipper. That star is Polaris, as you see there. And the North Ecliptic Pole at the foot of the dragon, Draco, is the center of our frame of reference. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to change our time. So instead of now, we're going to put the time back about 14,000 years to the year 12,250 BC. And what we see now when we do that is that the North Ecliptic Pole is still in almost exactly the same spot, just near the foot of the dragon, but the North Celestial Pole is completely different. Now, Polaris is way down here, and on the opposite side, the North Celestial Pole is next to the star Vega in the Lyre. Now, at the moment, Vega is about 45 degrees away from the pole. So what we've got is a circle. So I'm going to now set it in motion. And what we see here is you'll see the date starting to advance. Here we're up to 11,673. And as we just keep on going forward at quite a clip, the North Celestial Pole is moving through Hercules towards the tail of the dragon. And so here we see it's going to reach the dragon in about the year 4000 BC or so. And so here we see the names of some of the stars in the dragon: Edasich and Eta Draconis, Thuban. Now that's a star. We'll advance it until the North Celestial Pole reaches the star Thuban. And we'll just stop there and we'll just have a look. Now, okay, what can we see here? We can see that from the perspective of the North Ecliptic Pole, which is what everything in the sky rotates around on this slow framework of the it's called the axial wobble of the Earth, which also causes the precession of the equinox. Also, this precession of the North Celestial Pole. Now we see that the tail of the dragon sweeps out about a third of the sky. And if we go across here to the zodiac constellations, which are moving around at some distance from the pole, of course, at the path of the sun, then we see the woman here is Virgo, who's beneath the tail and sweeping out a third of the sky. Now we're going to continue the movement of the North Celestial Pole. We're up to 2550 BC and heading now into Ursa Minor, the little bear. And we can see here that close as the North Celestial Pole leaves the dragon and enters the bear, it's together with the lion, the little lion, and this camel leopard. And the lynx is another close relative of the leopard. So now, what are the biblical texts that I was going to mention to you? So let's have a look at Revelation 12, chapter 12, verses 3 and 4. Says, a sign was seen in heaven, a great dragon whose tail drags a third of the stars of heaven. The dragon stands before the woman. Now, if you view the North Ecliptic Pole as your frame of reference, then this quite accurately describes this long-term movement of the North Celestial Pole through the tail of the dragon, covering a third of the sky and in front of the woman. Then the next really interesting one is Revelation 13, verse 2, very famous verse. It says, the beast that I saw was like a leopard, and its feet like a bear's, and its mouth like the mouth of a lion. So here we've seen the leopard, the bear, the lion, which are the stars of the region of the sky, into which the North Celestial Pole moved from about 1000 BC, still in that region today. And the dragon gave to this beast his power, his throne, and great authority. Now, there's a great tradition that the North Celestial Pole is the lodestar. So if we start again and head to the present, then we see that the point of Polaris, the lodestar, it's very close to the North Pole, and I'll just adjust it to exactly now. So the celestial pole hasn't quite reached Polaris, but it will do this century. And as we saw earlier, the bear, the lion, and the leopard are constellations which are, from the perspective of the North Ecliptic Pole, that's the part of the sky where the North Celestial Pole is. And so if the North Celestial Pole is this image of what the Bible calls power, throne, and great authority, that is the lodestar, the unchanging point of the night sky, then it's quite true that this pole used to be in the dragon, and it's given it to the bear, the lion, and the leopard. So that's a way of explaining these cryptic biblical texts as a way that the ancient astronomer priests were using the text to encode an accurate long-term understanding of astronomy. So as we just continue the movement of the North Celestial Pole into the future, it will move into the constellation of Cepheus, and in about 12,000 years' time, after moving through Cygnus, we'll see it once again return to the star Vega in Lyra, and then Vega will once again be the pole star. Thank you.